We're here today with Henry Gold. Now, Henry Gold, I have to say, I started noticing your products and some of your offers for the last year before I contacted you. I mean, I can admit this now. Henry's a mentor of mine. But this last year, Henry, you built a $300,000 a year business.
Mhm.
I'm interested, and the people at home are interested in how did you do that?
Well, I'll tell you this. Um, I actually built this $300,000 business, but at the same time, I also travel. I also don't spend a lot of time on it because everything that I've done is pretty much systemized. So I don't have to think that much on what I needed to do. In fact, in July and August, I have had some personal issues, health related issues, in which that I have to kind of concentrate more on my personal health.
Mhm.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Basically, back in April or May, I had these severe eye issues in which that 90% of my vision, left eye vision, will disappear, and 50% of my right eye vision will disappear. Kind of shocking to me because I didn't expect that to happen. But the doctor trying to prescribe me with 18 to 20 pills because he said that, you have to eat this pill, it's probably going to solve your problem and so on. I said, this has nothing to do with pills. It had to do with my gut, which is my weight. So even though, and then I got into a lot another related personal issues, including the health, relationship, everything all came together. Now, but my business still growing on its own. A lot of time I only spend 1 or 2 hours a day, or sometime during the month of July, because I had to shorten out the emotional part of me. I only work as little as 1 hour a week to maintain five
Wow.
figures a month. And the rest of the work is done by my virtual assistant, my technical support, everybody don't have to do that much work. Now, one of the biggest reason I'm able to do that is because of three steps. Okay. First is to build your list. That is the first step. And the second step is to sell affiliate products. And the third step is to launch your product. And if you are able to master this three-step process that I mentioned to you, your business is going to prosper, regardless of what your condition going to be. You don't even have, a lot of people say things that, oh, you don't have to work, you have to work a tremendous amount of hours. But the truth is, I don't have to. Because the reason I don't have to, because I figured out the code, what I needed to do in my business. The only reason I wasn't, in the past I had to work so hard because I had no clue what the code was, really was at the time. So a lot of time people struggle. They say things, oh, I need to do this, I need to create a e-commerce store, I need to come up with a shipping idea, I need to come up with this list building idea, I need to come up with this, I need to come up with that. Too many ideas came out at the same time. So that's why they failed. But the truth in business is you got to focus on what you're good at. Like for me, um, Joe Lavery, one of the alliances that I have, he has helped Matt Bachek to build $4.5 million business
Wow.
launch. $4.5 million launch in 7 days. And
Nice.
and then he came up to me and he visited Boston, and then I said, you know what, I'll be in Boston, but I'll be in Boston on Monday, because I'll be in New York on Saturday and Sunday. And he said, I wait for you to eat with you and so on Monday. So we went to this nice steakhouse. They have the filet mignon, beef beef ribs. Oh, it's just so amazing. We spent like probably about a few $100s to eat together, and then we go to the 52nd floor of the top of the hub to see the view of the Boston. And when we talk about a lot of things, he said that, you know, we found out, we discover that a lot of stuff, we trying to make things more complex than we're supposed to be. In reality is, my focus is only to do three things. One is to build my list. Okay. Second is to sell affiliate products. Third is to create my own product. There'll be only three. When I start doing that, my business start to prosper. I don't do like you know, what other marketers are doing. They jump from one thing to another to another to another all the time. Now, if we spoke with Andrea, the only thing that she focus on is solo ads. That's what she focus on. She doesn't focus on everything else. She focus on selling solo, and selling solo. Even if she create a product, it still has to do with solo ads. Okay. Now, I network with people on the top, and some of them network with guys like Robert Kiyosaki and Tony Robbins. I'm not sure if you know those guys.
Wow, those are good guys.
And and he has even invited me to eat together in PF Chang. And just before we got on the conference, right now, and his wife was even telling me like, hey, we need to meet again, and so on and so on. But the truth is, it's all come down to these three steps. First step, build your list. Okay, I don't care what it is, you got to build your list.
Okay.
Once you build your list, and you can see things differently. You can start to see things that, oh, you know what, things gonna change. Your business gonna change. Why? Because you have a list. You have the power to mail to people about certain stuff. And the second step is to pretty much is to sell affiliate products. That's what I do.
Okay.
If you ask me, Henry, what have you been doing lately? Well, I just write an email, sell affiliate products, nothing else. I didn't make it that complex. People said that, oh, you got to come up with this gazillion ideas and so on. I didn't come up with that. I simply sell affiliate products. Okay, that affiliate products alone is related with my niche. If it's not related with my niche, you know, like something like has to do with shopping or e-commerce store, it doesn't make sense for me to promote it. As long as it's related with my niche, then there's a definite chance for me that I'm going to promote this product.
Cool.
Okay. And the third step is to create my own product. That's pretty much what I do. And I can do it all the time. Now, in fact, I recently spoke with some of the guys that building the business, and also spoke with some of the clients. It's like, Henry, if I just focus on one thing, is that really possible for me to make money? Well, and I know that, Henry, you made $300,000, but is that any way to go up more than $300,000? Don, let me ask you this: is that possible to make more than $300,000?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here's something that I want to tell you. It is more than possible because some of the guys in the industry, he actually bill it to $300,000 per month. And I'm barely scratch the surface at all. And I actually saw his whole business model, exactly how he's doing it. I know that I've not been doing that much because of the personal issue that I experienced this year in 2000, the past year, in which that, you know, my health related issue was the biggest issue, because if I cannot see the screen, how can I even do my business? How can I even perform my business? That was almost impossible. And also some other personal issue, like, you know, my dad was in the hospital and so on. That was, for me, that was a big deal, because, you know, parents, You can only have two parents, you know.
Right.
You can have like you can have as many um, friends as you want, but parents you can only have two. That's the truth. So I have to, you know, I have to take care of my parents because I love them. But the
And it's a
thing,
beautiful, I
mhm,
would
go
say
ahead.
it's a beautiful thing to have your own business online like this, because then you can take care of personal matters or take care of your parents and still be building your business using your virtual assistants and your managing your time.
Exactly. Not only you're managing your time. Another kicker that I want to mention to you is this. At one point, I wanted to become a real estate agent. I thought it was pretty cool because you're dealing with lawyer, you deal with banker, you deal with brokers, and you deal with appraiser brokers and so on. It's just pretty cool, you know. You're kind of trying to dress up nice and everything else. It was pretty much 2 years ago, and I was thinking about doing it because I said, you know what, it's a cool thing. So I decided to become a you know, real estate agents and, you know, kind of wearing suit. It was pretty cool for a while. But after I sold my first house, which is that was the only house that I sold, I get into the real estate in July. I sold the first house the same month because I'm really good in what I do, which is marketing. And then after that, I get another 3 leads, which is I was able to close, not, so I closed actually 75%, 3 out of 4. Okay, and what happened is the other two, because the offer that they put up for fell off, did not get accepted. I didn't pursue any further because I was thinking like I didn't want to do this. But here's the kicker that I want you to know. Dawn, at the time, I was in New York. I was enjoying my time on Saturday morning, and suddenly a client, the real estate client, said that, you know what, I want to sign a purchase and sales agreement on Sunday. So I was on vacation, and I said, you know what, this is my first client. I need to do this for him. So I decided to drove all the way from Boston to New York, okay, just to see him. And I arrived at 10 a.m. because I drove at 6 a.m. I drove at 10 a.m. And as soon as I arrived at 10 a.m., I met him in person. He saw the house. He said, I'm not going to sign the purchase and sales agreement. I'm not going to sign the PNS. Now, at the time, I was kind of pissed off. I was thinking like, this is way too hard. This is too much work. And after that, I received from the transaction, and you know, my broker took 12% off from my commission, in which I only have few $1,000s left. Okay, I cannot say the figure because it's confidential, but only few $1,000s left. And I was thinking that, okay, it's a 6 months work, 3 months work, and I have to go to the register of deeds. I have to talk with the clients. I have to show the houses every single weekend, and then finally only a few $1,000s left. It doesn't make any sense for me financially,
Mhm.
and it doesn't give me the freedom either. So I decided, you know what? I sold my first house. I was so happy to get the check, and I finally just quit. Why? Because I love the freedom that I had. Now, just think about it for a moment. If I'm still in the real estate niche, if I'm still become a real estate agent, suddenly I couldn't sell the house. I had to take care of my eyes. I had to take care of my personal issues. Guess what happened? I didn't have the time to grieve. And yet my bank account gonna look like this because I couldn't make the money. I couldn't show the house. The power and the beauty of the internet business, the way that I'm doing it right now, Don, is like I only have to do 3 things. I build a list and I sell affiliate products. I create my own product. Even creating my own product, it doesn't take that much time. It doesn't take that much time at all. I can outsource everything. Everything can be done, and everything is all set. Okay. So the question to people is, do they actually want to build a $300,000 business time for me as little as 1 hour a week, or do they want to work the harder way? This is the question that people have to ask themselves. And do they have to become to look cool dealing with real estate? What do you when you pick up the phone, say that, who are you dealing with? Oh yeah, I'm talking with a lawyer right now. Bear with me 1 second. Or would you rather have the time with the family, with the friends, not having to do a lot of stuff? Which one do you prefer? This is the question that people have to ask themselves.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Time is the most valuable quantity. And at least in my life, time with family is the most important thing.
Yeah.
So where do you think we should start? I mean, you build the list, but I mean, how did you go about doing that? What was your first good step?
What my philosophy is this: a lot of people, they have this mindset by saying things that hard. In every business that you build, hard work requires. Okay. Now, the only reason I'm able to enjoy what I enjoy right now, because I work hard for it. I didn't have that many mentors that I'm supposed to have. If I actually have a mentor in the past, I will have avoided a lot of obstacles that took me many, many years, took me many dark nights. Okay. Now, when we talk about building lists, some people will say things that, I want to build a list, but I don't want to spend money from it. Here is something I want to share with you. It's like, I want to own an iPhone, but I don't want to pay for it. So I want to have a girlfriend, but I don't want to invest on having the girlfriend, right?
Right.
So if somebody want to have a girlfriend, you know what? They don't want to dress up. They don't want to look nice. They don't want to cut their hair. They don't want to shave. They don't want to buy a new clothes. They don't want to buy new pants or anything like that. Just visualize this. How can you have a girlfriend if you don't even take care of yourself? You can't.
Right.
Don, you have kids, right? I saw on your Facebook you have a lot of kids, right? How many kids do you have?
3 boys.
3 boys. All right. You want to have 3 boys. You expect the 3 boys to take care of you. You expect the 3 boys to be nice to you. But yet, you don't want to go to work. You don't want to spend time with them. But you expect them to do something for you. That is a wrong mindset to have. Okay? So for me, before you're able to build a list, you got to think about paid traffic. You got to be able to start to think about the traffic that you are going to utilize, what niche you want to get into. If you want to get into internet marketing, then you build a list. You got to get solo ads. You got to create a blog. You got to go to Facebook. You got to be proactive. This is something that you have to think about to build your list as many as possible, as much as possible. That's what you need to think about. But so if you say, I don't have the money to build a list, you can find a job.
Right.
In fact, right now it's way too easy to get a job, right? The economy in United States is so prosper. A lot of people can get a job, right? And if you don't really want to get a job, you can go to Fiverr, okay? Fiverr, say that I can do this, I can do customer support, I can answer your email, whatever it is. You can say $5 per 10 emails. Can people do that? Absolutely, right? And utilize that money to buy solo ads. Invest in yourself. And then once you build the solo ads, guess what? Once you build your list, then you can start selling affiliate products. You can start selling affiliate product every single day. When you start selling affiliate product every single day, you make $20. Don't use that $20. Say, hey, you know what? I'm going to use this $20 to do what? To pretty much going to date a new girl and this kind of stuff, or going out to eat and so on. Reinvest to your business. Reinvest into your business, and then build more lists, build bigger lists. And then when you start doing that, let's say when you start emailing out, you're making $100 a day, $200 a day, $300 a day, $400 a day. that amount of money become excessive, in which that everything become no limit at all. So if you need cash, you make $300 a day, and then $200 can go to your personal expenses, or maybe $100 reinvest into your business. Is completely your choice. Everything become viral. Okay, so in terms of list building, that would be the first step. And the second step, to sell affiliate products. And once you get start to sell affiliate products, guess what you need to do? You got to create your own products to tell people how you do it. Now, here's the problem with most people, Don. Guess what?
Mhm.
Most people, they have a tendency to build a product first. They don't have the experience, they build a product first. Guess what? That is called deceiving the clients, deceiving the potential buyers. If you don't have the experience
Oh,
and you
okay.
build the product, guess what? It's like I'm trying to build an iPhone, and but I don't have the capacity to build an iPhone. It means that I'm deceiving my, people who are using the phone. What if I use a phone, suddenly this phone explode, right?
Right.
What if I use this phone and I charge the phone, the whole house burn, and you're not going to be responsible for it? This is the majority of the marketers. So the first step, build your list. Okay. The second step, sell affiliate products. The third step is as simple as pretty much create your own products. Of course, there's more than that. Okay. I simplified a lot of stuff here, but in reality,
Mm.
there's more than that. You got to think about squeeze page, you got to think about this, but in reality is, if you get used to it, if you know the method itself, like what I teach other people on my coaching program and so on, at $5,000 and $10,000 program, chances are people are able to do just that. It's not that difficult. Okay. In fact, with my $5,000 client, let me tell you this: it's supposed to be secret. I'm not supposed to say that, but I share this with the people that listen to this call. With my $5,000 clients, what I do is I help them to come up with that idea itself on how to build buyer leads. So, and how to come up with the idea on building the first 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. And that way they know exactly what to do to build a list. And I also share with them what they can do to build to sell the right products for their business. So that it's not like this. Some people, they say like, oh, go ahead and build a list all the time. Guess what? They build a list, they sell affiliate products, they don't make any money from it. That's
Right.
what's gonna happen all the time. So what I do differently is, you build a list, you make money from it, you build confidence from it, and then you build buyer list, you make more money from it. That is a huge difference. Okay. So what you have to understand is this: the concept that I teach with my high ticket clients, that I pretty much charge them at $5,000, in which they know is worth it. Instead of spending, this year is a brand new year, but 1 year ago, guess what? A lot of people, they wasted the whole year trying to figure out the code, trying to understand it by themselves. They still don't get to where they want to be. Why? Because they don't understand how it works. Because they don't have the mentor that guide them. Same thing with me in the past. What I did was, I was trying to do it by myself. Because why? Because I just feel that there's no reason for me to have other people to coach me, because I can do everything by myself. The information is out there. But guess what? There. Let me ask you this, Don. Let me ask you this. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure a lot of people are gonna ask you the same thing. How many information products that is out there right now?
Oh, there's, I don't know, dozens being released every day, aren't there?
Every day. How many information can you digest from dozen of them a day?
Not not that much. I mean, you have to get into it, and
Okay.
not all of them are top quality.
Exactly. So some information are misleading, right?
Hmm.
and some information are great. The differences is you cannot even differentiate between great information, the right information, and the information that can help you to get to where you want to be.
Right.
That's
Now,
the reality.
I
Go ahead.
know personally that I came in, I thought, when I first started, I thought, well, I'll just do this or do that. And I made
Mhm.
so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Mistakes cost money, but when you buy knowledge, you get a great deal. And you were talking about your coaching there. Now that's really important. You could have the best the best bakery in town, the best cakes, better than
Mhm.
anyone else's cake. But if you don't know how to get people to your door or get the information out to the right people so that they tell the right people to come to your door, it
Mhm.
doesn't matter how good your product is. And I would,
Exactly.
that's one of the things I know you teach. It's it's the difference between success and failure, really.
Mhm. Well, here's the kicker that I want to mention to you.
Okay.
I had this one lady, and then she's pretty brief to build 150,000 subscribers. Yet the revenue is completely zero. She didn't make any money whatsoever. Now, here's something that you have to understand. If your revenue is completely zero, chances are your business cannot survive at all. Okay, that is really the key to this. If your business cannot survive, what are the chances that you are able to grow it? Even though if you have 150,000 subscribers, chances are you're not going to be able to build your business. Okay, so this is something that you have to understand. Now, when I talk about building your business, you got to have the right subscribers. Some of the clients that I know personally, before he actually become a client, oh, there was a lot of noise in the background. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's some clients that I know, I can hear now, that, some marketers I know, and he rejected the idea of having someone to teach them how to do things. Here's what happened. He built like 20,000 subscribers, yet some of them has even built 100,000 subscribers, yet he's not able to monetize from it at all. Okay.
Wow.
That, what spent, he has spent like 5 years of his life to trying to figure out the code just because he was willing to do it by himself. That is a problem with most people. Now, with me, I spent 2 years of the darkest time of my life because I rejected the idea of having someone to coach me. Why? Because I was kind of feeling like if someone coached me and so on, I felt like I'm gonna lose my face.
Hmm.
But in reality is when I decided my mind to have someone who is better than me to share with me what they can do to build my business, then chances are my business can grow bigger and better than before. This is really important for people to that listen to this. There are a lot of information out there. There's dozens of them coming up, maybe every single day, maybe every single seconds. But you only have one brain. Okay, you don't
Right.
have a lot of you don't have thousands of brains that you can absorb every single day, unless you are the guy that a friend of mine who um, had into the Guinness record, in which he can read 800 pages of book in 5 minutes. Okay, but my point to you is you only have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You only have one brain.
Hmm.
You have limited time. Limited time. In fact, early last year, when my eyesight, I had a severe issue with my eyesight. I felt like my time was almost up. So my point to you is, don't feel that you have a lot of time left. Actually, you don't. We all being given the same amount of time. It's a matter of how you are going to utilize your time to build your business,
Hmm.
how you are going to utilize your time to be able to spend time with your family, with your friends, with people that are important to you, with the people that are going to help you to grow your business. Okay. But if you spend the time on trying to come up with the idea, saying things that, oh, you know what, one day when I'm successful, I'm going to be able to do this, chances are you're not going to be able to do this at all. My point to you is, treat your business like a business. Don't treat your business like as if it is fun things to have. But if you have someone to help you, to guide you, your chances to go like this way, volatile, turbulence in your business is going to be much less. But if you have someone that guide you, say, hey, you have to turn left now. It's time for you to turn left. And you follow that guidance, your chances to have that business become successful is going to be 10 times more likely to become successful than if you are doing it by yourself. All right. So again, you want to build business, then you have to have a mentor to guide you toward that goal. Okay.
Absolutely.
And if you want to build it on your own, chances are, I have no clue what to say. Don, thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much for everyone that listened to this call. Take care now, guys.
Really appreciate it, Henry. Talk to you later.
Sure. Thank you.